Good morning. So today you are going to be learning about, or continue learning about, your character. You're doing this so that you can continue to collect information and ask, what does this tell me about my character? And you're going to know you have it today because you will have successfully read on and determined the traits that match your character's actions, words, and thoughts. So we know that we started this on Friday or Thursday, and we're going to continue on with this today. You should have just read the chapters 8 through 11 of Tiger Rising, and now, using what you've just talked about here, I'm going to show you how I would fill out a graphic organizer, and then you'll do it for your character. So I'm in my launch point page. I'm going to my canvas. Once I'm in canvas, I'm going to my page. When I get to my page, I'm going to reading response. From reading response, I'm going to unit 2. And once I'm in unit 2, I'm finding the date. Characters 11-5. And here you'll see this screencast video once it's finished, and then you'll watch this. And then once you're completed watching this and listen to the read aloud, you'll come into this graphic organizer to complete it for your character. So once in here, I just see it says use the organizer to keep track of what you learned about your character using their thoughts, words, and actions to support your thinking. And you did this on Friday in your journal. However, today we're going to do this on the computer. So I've just read chapters 8 through 11 of Tiger Rising, and I'm going to focus in on chapter 11. In chapter 11, I learned that Rob is outside working on the sign when Norton and Billy come up. All of a sudden, Sistine shows up as well, bringing his homework. And at this point, it begins talking about how he began to have a conversation with her. When I get to page 41, I see that it says he took a deep breath, he opened his mouth, and he let the words fall out. I know there's a tiger. So if I go back to the list in my journal of character traits that we glued in on Thursday, I see the word confident. I think that Rob is becoming a more confident character. So right here, I'm going to type in that trait by double-clicking on the organizer, and then I'm going to highlight these words and then type confident. Then I'm going to tell you how I know this. I know this by actions, words, or thoughts, or all of them. So one of the things I know is because of words. It says he let the words fall out. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this whole piece and then say he let the words fall out about the tiger. I also know a little bit because of his actions. Billy and Norton come to mess with him, and he doesn't really pay any attention to them. So, because Sistine comes along, so he isn't paying much attention to the bullies. At this point, I don't really have much thoughts, and remember, like we talked about on Friday, that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it with my two support, or my two pieces of evidence being actions and words supporting the fact that he's confident. So I'm now going to click Save and Close, and that should pop up into my organizer. So one more time, if I want to fill out the organizer online, I'm going to double click so that I see this box, or just click one time so I see this box, and then double click it. It'll bring up this. Then I double click on wherever I want to add words, and I highlight those lines, and then I'm able to type in that box. When I'm done, I click Save and Close, and it should pop up in there. So double click, once highlighted, double click, and then type what you need. Make sure you save and close. Now on yours, you'll begin to see the word down at the bottom that should say submit, or a blue button that allows you to submit it to me. So make sure you do that once this is complete. So today, you're going to continue reading on in your book so that you can continue to collect information about your character and ask, what does this tell about my character? You're going to know you have it when you successfully have read on and determined traits that match your character's actions, words, and thoughts. So when you're done with this activity, please make sure that you submit, and then you're independently reading.